The Narva River separates Estonia and Russia, one of the points of contact between NATO and Russia. The city of Narva, like much of the east of the country, is mostly Russian-speaking, and its population maintains close cultural and economic ties with Russia. Narva's people strive to preserve Russian traditions and culture, but they are very annoyed at any suggestion that they are agents of the Kremlin inside Estonia, a criticism sometimes made by Estonian nationalists.
We are not agents of anyone. How could we be? That is an idea that someone promoted from power. But in my opinion, the Estonian people are generally very inclusive.
Estonian authorities have for years warned of Russian expansionism and have considered the Kremlin the greatest threat to the country's sovereignty, long before the start of the invasion of Ukraine, analysts tell us.
So far in Estonia there never has been civil war. From the military point of view, of course, there is only Russia. There are no military threats from Finland, Sweden or Latvia. Very simple, and it has been so simple already since regaining independence in 1991.
Estonians regard their years as a Soviet republic as years of occupation. The weight of history is even greater now that Estonians see Russia stepping up its attacks on Ukraine.
So I think what has happened now with the last months and especially with the war going on in Ukraine is that we have started to value the independence and the freedom from a new perspective.
But after the Soviet collapse and the return of an independent Estonia, the process of integration of the Russian-speaking minority does not seem to have happened.
This is definitely something that is not a success story in Estonia, the integration, how Russian-speaking communities have been integrated to Estonian society within the last 30 years. And there are very big challenges in there.
Like in other countries that were under Russian communist rule, language plays an important role in identity and sovereignty. And while Russia is still spoken in much of Estonia, its use is decreasing as more people focus on the Estonian language.
I think that if I look back, let's say 30 years, when Russification was in full swing at the schools, then compared to that, Estonian is really being cared for and loved very much here now.
And while the children of this village carry on with their Estonian classes, a group of Russian-speaking Ukrainian refugee children from Donetsk, Odessa, and Nikolaev rehearse Estonian regional dances, a process of integration into Estonian culture that, curiously, is done in the Russian language. For Ricardo Marquina in Tallinn, Estonia, Marcus Harton, VOA News.